welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about these Physicians Formula Natural Defense Concealer right here. So let's talk about the packaging right here. So the packaging is pretty much like self-explanatory, just explains everything very well. So on the back right here, of course, we have the drug facts. We have a little bit of the ingredients on the very top first, and then we have the directions on how to use this product, and then a little bit more low we have the ingredients listed. Alright, so and then on the very bottom right here we have the expiration date, which I absolutely love. I love that especially makeup products have expiration dates. Like, it is just so helpful because you know when to like get rid of like the makeup product, because you know, I have to say I'm kind of guilty sometimes that I do like store my makeup products and then I just put them away, and then I don't really use them, and then later on like I come back and I look at it and I'm just like, do I really need this product? Like, is it expired? Can I still use it? You know, sometimes I'm just like questioning myself, and then usually I end up using that product again, even though I don't really remember like when I purchased that product. So I would highly recommend, if any brands out there who are watching this, like, please put expiration dates on your makeup products because it would actually help us a lot. Okay, so let's talk about the packaging of this right here. So I definitely really like the simple, clean packaging. I love how you can actually like see like the color of the product right here. And then on the very back right here we do have like the shade names, and then of course it also has expiration date on the very top right here, which absolutely love, you guys know. Alright, so these concealers are a little bit different from typically concealers that I use. So the concealer that I'm actually used to using is either like those like liquid ones, which has like a doe foot applicator where you just like untwist it and then put on, and if you need more you go back and dip more. But for these, they actually have like a little puff on the top right here, and then they have this thing called, it's like an on-off button. So I believe that's actually very helpful, especially like for those of you guys who like travel or like planning on travel, and if you need to bring concealer with you, because you know sometimes for some reason, you know, in your travel bag, you know, sometimes like the cap might fall out, and then if there's like pressure or like on the packaging, sometimes like the product will like squeeze out and then get all over the bag, which is like so annoying. So obviously the good thing about this is I have an on and off button. So right now it is off, so if I squeeze it, no product will come out, and then if I twist it for the on button and if I squeeze it, product will come up and dispense on the top right here. So it just, I absolutely love the on and off button that they have right here. Alright, so I have two colors here. So this one is light and this one is light medium. So I would have to say, after trying and using these concealers, I just feel like I've been using the wrong shade of concealer like pretty much like all my life, half of my life since I've been wearing makeup. Like pretty much I've been taught on how to choose my concealer shade. It's actually based on your skin color or like your skin tone. So obviously if you look at me right now, you can see like I'm like more in like the lighter shade range. So typically I usually would go for like the first or like the second shade of concealer, like foundation, whatever like the brand has. So typically it's usually called like light, and I've been using it wrong my whole entire, well actually not my whole entire life, but pretty much for like however I've had or like I've been wearing like makeup. Like I didn't notice until I tried a different shade side by side. Alright, so usually where I put concealer is I focus on like my cheek area because I have a lot of freckles and like a lot of like red lines. So typically I just put a lot on there like to cover it all up. And now I've kind of like changed my way of how to apply concealer because I do want to give my my cheekbones like a bit of a lift. So I did learn like this little new hack on how to do it, but I still do like to like add a little more coverage on my cheeks, you know, it's kind of like a little self-conscious thing right here. So usually how I would apply concealer is that I would actually put it concealer first and then put on my foundation. But now what I do is I actually put on foundation first and then I apply concealer and then I would actually apply on more like foundation on top to get like a full like coverage. Like you can't even see like I have freckles or anything like on my face. Like I like full coverage. Alright, so I actually tried these two shades side by side, and you guys can definitely see and tell like which shade does fit me more. So I automatically just always thought like the light shade would work out for me more, but it turns out that the light slash medium shade actually worked out even better for my skin tone, even though my skin tone is more like towards like the light slash like fair side of like foundations. So what I noticed, especially like wearing concealer at night, like when you take pictures, it definitely like shows up like where you apply like the concealer. So if you do apply concealer, I would actually highly recommend using like a little bit of a darker shade, especially going out at night and taking pictures, because it will definitely like somehow like show up in pictures. Like I'm sure you guys probably seen people who have like this like shade like right under like their eyes, like around their cheek area. It just looks kind of weird, you know. So aside from that, I would say like this concealer is actually very lightweight, has good coverage. I absolutely love the application that it comes with. Like it's so easy, very convenient to use and apply. And since like Physician Formulas is like a drugstore brand, it's actually not too expensive, you know, if you compare it to like high-end luxury brands. So this one definitely did work out pretty well for me. And for those of you guys who are trying to figure out what shade is right for you, I would definitely say, you know, do what I did, you know, like pick up two shades, you know, try them side by side and figure out which one works out for you. And you're probably wondering like, what should I do with like the leftover shade that I probably can't use? Well, depending, like if the shade is like a little bit too light for you, you can actually kind of use it as like a highlighter. Or like if the shade is a little bit too dark for you, what you can do is you can actually kind of use it as like a contour. So you can actually like work your way around it. So yeah, so as for my final thoughts on this concealer right here, I would definitely say the light slash medium shade is actually more for me, and it's very lightweight. Absolutely love the formula. The price is actually not too bad. So if any of you guys who have tried this concealer, you know, feel free to let me know, what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Or do you feel like there's like a concealer that's actually very similar to this? I would actually love to know. So yeah, well, that is it for today's video, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye.